The beginning of a legend. The early 1980s. In an old boxing gym in the Bronx, a young boy throws relentless punches at a heavy bag. His fists are powerful, his eyes filled with rage. Watching from the corner is Cus D'Amato, his gaze a mixture of pride and concern. Cus. Mike, a true champion doesn't just win with his fists. He wins with his mind. Patience, that's your greatest weapon. Mike Tyson is just 13 years old. He's not only fighting in the ring, he's fighting for his survival. He grew up in the streets, learned to throw punches with anger. But Cus saw something more. He gave Mike direction. He treated him like a son. Mike's life was about to change forever. By the time he turned 18, the boxing world was already whispering his name. But he had yet to learn his greatest lesson. At 20 years old, Mike Tyson became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Overnight, he was a superstar. Mansions, luxury cars, wild parties, he had it all. But Cus was gone. In 1985, Mike lost his greatest mentor, his greatest supporter. Mike didn't cry at the funeral, but something inside him broke that day. Over time, the emptiness grew. He tried to fill it with the wrong people, the wrong choices. And while he kept winning inside the ring, he was losing everywhere else. More money, more fame, more chaos. Mike was spiraling, and he didn't even see it. Until one day, he realized he was lost. Years passed. Mike was no longer the undisputed king. Scandals, lawsuits, losses. One night, alone in his home, he watched an old interview. It was Cus D'Amato, speaking with fire in his voice. "Cus, if you don't stay disciplined, Mike, you'll become your own worst enemy." Mike's hands trembled. He had ignored everything Cus tried to teach him. He had betrayed the man who believed in him. He whispered to himself, "If only I could talk to him one last time." But it was too late. At 50 years old, Mike Tyson sat down for an interview. His face, lined with the weight of time, held a quiet pain. Interviewer: "Mike, what's your biggest regret in life?" Mike took a deep breath. For a moment, he didn't speak. Then, looking into the distance, his voice cracked. "I let Cus down. He loved me. He gave me everything. But I wasn't the student he deserved." A heavy silence filled the room. "When he was alive, I didn't understand how much he meant to me. I never got to tell him, 'Thank you.'" For the first time in years, Mike Tyson made peace with his past. He couldn't change what was done, but he could change what came next. Today, Mike trains young fighters, not just in boxing, but in discipline, honor, and resilience. Cus gave me direction. Now, I have to give it to others. He no longer speaks with rage, but wisdom. He no longer fights against himself. He's learned to forgive. As he gazes at an old photograph of Cus, he whispers, "Forgive me, Cus. I will honor your legacy." A true champion isn't just someone who wins. A true champion is someone who learns from their mistakes. If this story moved you, don't forget to like and please subscribe. A small lesson can create a huge transformation.